Have you ever gotten caught up in your work and things are going so well that you want to reach even further and do even more? It's in times like this that I have to remind myself to remember my why. I was in a trial in a case that had taken over a few years to work up and get to trial. My client was a man and his family. The man was actually dying of cancer that had been misdiagnosed during the trial. The trial was going just how I had dreamed it would go. The jury was attentive and listening. The judge was fair. The evidence was coming in just how we had planned it to come in. We were winning. Just before the fourth day of trial, I was visited in the morning by the person in charge of the legal department for the hospital. You see, prior to trial, we had made a demand, and this person was here to tell me that they would agree to pay the amount of our demand. As I sat there and I thought about what to do, my ego was screaming in my head, saying, "Get more, hold out, you're gonna get a big verdict here. Imagine the publicity." I had to pull myself away and remember that I wasn't there for the publicity or a big verdict. I was there for this man and his family. This wasn't my case. This was their case. What the family wanted was accountability, and they were being offered exactly what they wanted. So I sat and I went through the offer with them and their options. And they decided to accept the offer, and we resolved the case. A couple weeks later, I was still second guessing my decision. I was sitting in my office and my boss came into my office and he had a letter. The letter was from the woman, from the wife. This woman who was losing her husband to cancer took the time to write a letter to my boss. I have that letter to this day. That woman who was losing her husband, she said, "A few years ago, my husband and I were referred to your firm. You accepted our case and gave us the gift of Jim Casey. Yesterday, we were successful in our quest to hold the responsible accountable for the negligent care of my husband. And my husband gets to know that before he dies. That means the world to us. Now it's necessary that we make you aware of our feelings for Jim. He is truly exceptional. His preparation is thorough and focused. His knowledge of all aspects of our story is remarkable, given that we're not his sole clients. His legal expertise and creative mind as to approach is evident. His courtroom demeanor is calming and convincing. And when he counsels us and explains our options, what's happening, it's clear and easy for us as legal novices to understand. Beyond Jim's professional experience and expertise lies something not gained from law school. His personal skills are dynamic. He cares about you. He's interested in our family. He's our friend. Frivolous lawsuits, lawyers after money, black eyes for the legal profession. Maybe you ought to ship Jim to Washington and let him explain his approach, how he views his responsibility to each client, and how he helps to right the real harm to those of us who find ourselves in despair for what didn't have to be. This young man is not only a gift to our family, he's a gift to your organization. And here I was, sitting there second guessing whether I had done the right thing, thinking whether we should have gotten more money. This woman gave me a much greater gift than any publicity or headlines or money would have ever given. And whenever I'm tempted to think of myself during these cases, I go back to this letter and I remember my why. I'm here to make things better for my client and to make healthcare safer for everyone else going forward. I'm just here to do my part. That's enough, and I'm proud of that.